Hi guys, hope you're all doing good. In this week's video, I just wanted to take a look again at the market overall. It's been a massive week for crypto and a big week coming up too. So before we begin and look at the charts, please don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And as always, in the comment section below, I will pin two links. One to our website where you can check out the results of our premium signals group, and another link to our free Telegram group, which you can join too. So first of all, looking at this chart, which you may have seen on my Twitter last night, pretty much since Monday we've seen a decoupling of Bitcoin from Nasdaq and the S&P 500. Whilst the S&P and Nasdaq were both up on the week, nothing in comparison to the insane move we've seen from Bitcoin. And actually over sort of the last 10 days, it's been so strong, up massively since 19,600, which, looking back kind of makes sense. At the end of the day, Bitcoin was created as an alternative to the traditional banking system. And after the Silicon Valley collapse and Credit Suisse and, rumours of other banks in trouble, people of course are going to lose confidence in the banking system, and perhaps they see that crypto is not such a bad alternative after all. The one thing that we have been held back by this week is Bitcoin dominance. It's made it very difficult to trade. To be honest, for me personally as well, it's been one of the slowest weeks I've had in months. And I've seen a lot of traders, top traders as well, just get chopped about in this price action, shorting levels and Bitcoin's broken through, and long in alts, but unaware that Bitcoin dominance is not allowed a strong move on alts at all, to be honest, in comparison with Bitcoin. And the slightest pullback is seeing alts get dumped harder. So it has been more difficult to trade this week. It has been a slower week. We can see here we're pretty much at 9-month highs on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Just a really strong impulsive move up here on the daily. What I would ideally like to see is a move back towards the just under 45%. If we get this move back down, sort of test this breakout area here, we will be able to see a much better move and money start to rotate into altcoins, which is what we're looking for. USDT dominance, has been playing out pretty nicely. I've been mentioning a while ago that we've just been in this sort of narrow range, really. Had a massive breakout towards the end of last week, but rejected from this trend line hard. We accepted back into the range. So the ideal situation that we want to see from here is move back towards testing the lows of this, or even fall through the range. At the same time, getting a pullback on Bitcoin dominance. This is the situation we sort of need and would really create the alt rally that we are looking for. Moving on to Bitcoin itself, I'm just going to take a look at the weekly chart here, and what I've done is I've put on it the red line is the 20-week moving average, and the blue is the 200-week moving average. Now we can see that after a couple of failed breakout attempts of this on the weekly throughout February, unless we get something crazy happen in the last few hours of today, it very much looks like we are going to close above the 200 weekly moving average for the first time since June last year, which is a bullish sign for continuation. We can see that we have rejected at the moment at 28,000. We haven't been able to hold above that, which is kind of the first target we had on a breakout of the 25,000, the low area of the previous range, the wicks from that support. Now, in my opinion, we are bullish as long as we hold above the 20-week moving average. We can see that actually last week we did retest it. We dropped below it for the first time since January, but we regained it, closed above. So as long as we're holding this red line, which is currently sitting at around just under 22,000 now, then we are bullish. It's a good sign, as I said, that we've broken out of the 200 weekly moving average, but very logical that in the coming days or in the next couple of weeks we do get a retest of that, which would be around the lower 25,000 area. So that would be a good place to look for a continued move up, to start to position perhaps into altcoins, or even to take a long position on Bitcoin from the lower $25,000 area. My targets, once we do break above 28,000, obviously that's the first one, we've got to close above it, would be looking towards this sort of area here. 31,500, 32,000 would be the next target after 28, and we could see that come quite quickly actually. Once we do flip this back test 28, I think we could see a quick move up towards 30,000 area. Ethereum, just want to briefly touch on this. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And to be completely honest, it's caught me out a little bit this week, a bit by surprise. As we was heading towards these lows of this trend line support, I was expecting another bounce, to be honest, considering the strength of the market really. But we have fallen through. And also I was looking at it, not just that trend line, but we've kind of been in this sort of range for the last sort of 5 or 6 months. Here, and I was expecting, to be honest, instead of this fall below it, I was expecting a move up from here. But yeah, we have broken down, and it kind of makes me, other than scalps, it makes me a little bit wary of taking, sort of longer term positions in Ethereum at this stage, because I think there's a chance we could see a move back, a fair bit lower. Now, this could coincide with the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. I did mention this briefly on a recent video, but it seems they've now got a confirmed target date of the 12th of April. Whilst some people might be bullish on this event, to me, I'm a bit undecided, but in my mind, there's a lot of people that have staked Ethereum that are going to have access to potentially sell this for the first time in a long time. And depending on the market sentiment in April, and how much people have got there is a chance that we do see quite a sell-off. It makes sense to me that people will want to, their rewards, their Ethereum unlocked. It makes sense people will want to kind of cash in and take money that they've not been able to access in a long time. So for me in April, I think we could see more on the side of a pullback than a big move up, to be honest. One other thing to keep an eye out this week, we have the Fomc meeting on the 22nd of March, and this is the Fed Watch tool, and this has been all over the place really. A couple of weeks ago, when we saw the pullback, everyone was expecting a 50 BPS rise. Then at some point everyone thought we was going to have a rate freeze. It's steadied out now, and going into the FOMC, it seems the clear expectation is a 25 BPS rise. 62% of the market are pricing that in. So if we get that, it will be sort of neutral to bullish. If we do get a rate freeze, which I think is unlikely, then that will be very bullish for the market. 50 BPS pretty much is off the table now, considering what we've seen happen with the banks. I don't think it's sustainable. Now, I think what will be interesting on the 22nd, the most important thing is actually going to be the Fed statement that comes after that, because it'll be, we're going to get an indication of whether they do intend to continue raising the rates, considering what's happened with the banks, or whether in fact this could be the last one we see. So I think that the Fed comments, Jerome Powell's comments after the decision is going to be more important than ever this week. So as always, guys, trade safe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.